Coming off a slam dunk against Miami, the Heels are looking to chalk up another against Boston College tomorrow night. The key is to keep intensity and defensive aggressiveness up to control the pace of the game. The X factors are transition buckets and Tyler Hansborough's ability to pass out of double coverage, especially when the Eagles center Tyrell Blair, he's leading the ACC with 4.1 blocks per game. Lawson and Ellington have their work cut out for them with the dynamic duo of Rakeem Saunders and Tyrese Rice, a menacing double threat racking up nearly 33 points per game. Look for Ellington's Silky J and the Heels bench of Stevenson and Thompson to provide the final blow in tomorrow night's game. After trouncing the Terps in overtime, the women's basketball team is ready to down the Deacons. The Lady Heels are on the road in Winston-Salem to take on Wake Forest on Thursday. The fans are hoping for a replay of last year's game when UNC crushed the Deacons 96-47. The Heels expect a big game from Erlana Larkins, who had 25 points and 18 rebounds versus Maryland. The women are looking forward to an easy win at winless Wake Forest. The Lady Heels are undefeated in the ACC and 18-2 overall. The 10th-ranked UNC men's tennis team started its season with a doubleheader Tuesday. In the first match, the men shut out Campbell University 7-0, and then the doubles team started with a sweep, led by the number 3 nationally ranked pair of Taylor Fogelman and Chris Kearney. Altogether, the doubles team only lost 6 games. And then the singles followed with another sweep, this time not dropping a single game. And in the second half of the doubleheader, the men took on NC Central, and senior Sandeep Daya played in both doubles and singles, and he didn't lose a single game. Carolina cruised to another 7-0 shutout, and the Heels are off to a 2-0 start, and they'll serve up another doubleheader at home on Friday. When you think of popular sports, javelin might not be the first thing that comes to mind. But for one man, javelin hits very close to home. Mark Alexic has the story from Carborough.
Big follow-through.
Jeff Gorski trains javelin throwers in a familiar setting, his own backyard.
I think they enjoy the kind of training because it's different, and javelin throwing, quite frankly, is a different event. Not that many people are really drawn to it.
Dan Gale was drawn to javelin. He ran track and played football in college and says javelin training is unlike anything he's ever done.
If you would have told me I was doing this 3 years ago, like I said, training like a football player, I would have said you were nuts.
Other people thought he was nuts too, especially when he used one training technique away from his usual training grounds.
I went home last year and decided to chop down a tree for training because I couldn't throw, I didn't have anything, so I was like, I'll just chop down a tree. I hear all my family going, he was out in the woods chopping down a tree. What is he doing down in North Carolina? And they're all flipping out. They think I'm just off the reserve.
A lot of people have reservations about the kind of training Dan does. Even he did when he started.
First, you're a little skeptical, but then the more you see and how it works into the training and everything, I don't know how you wouldn't think it was pretty cool.
The more Dan saw how it worked, the more he was willing to give up to learn.
He's totally dedicated to the point of he put off a year of graduate school simply just to train, to get ready. He's that dedicated. I get people that are making that kind of sacrifice and that kind of effort. I got to give them my best shot too. You're showing the ability.
And sometimes the best efforts come in the humblest of settings. In Carborough, I'm Mark Alexic, Carolina Week Sports.
Adam, I tried throwing a javelin around school, but fortunately I didn't injure one, but I wasn't very good.
Make sure you tell me next time you practice so that I can get out of the building.
Will do.
Thank you, Walter. It's a late-night job, but someone has to do it.
Coming up, we'll show you why you should be paying attention to a local music man.